Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. And if you are new here, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. So today I'm going to be making a mini album. I have a cut file that I've used from Hip Kit Club. That's part of their monthly subscriber access, as well as their latest collection, which is exclusive to them, called Summer is Here. So it's got lots of fun colors and themes, and then I have a bunch of embellishments and ephemera as well. So I am really excited to make something like this. I love mini albums, so really wanted to make this. And then I might use some metal dies as part of the mini album. I've got a couple ideas in mind for different types of pages, so we'll get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is back the cut file. This one's pretty easy, so I'm gonna go ahead and select some papers. And because of the pattern, I'm gonna stick to kind of more neutral B-side patterns, I think. So, and I'm gonna mix it up. I think I'm gonna do just like different colors. I like that as well, the yellow. Some of the busier patterns I'll use in other ways, but I love the B-sides in this collection. If you guys are not familiar with Hip Kit Club, check it out. They have really fun collections every month that they do a lot of exclusives, so which is pretty cool. I might save that one. Like some of these I don't want to cut into because I want to save them for layouts, because I did not buy another set of papers. So I have to be a little bit careful of just knowing what I want to use. So when you are backing a cut file, for me it's always easiest to trace. Sometimes with a cut file like this, so a couple things you can do. If you do select just one piece of paper, then obviously it's super simple and easy to just back it with one, and then you're on your way. I might do just like the different circle blocks, and I have circle punches, so I think I'm just gonna use that to cut out the circles and then adhere it behind this. So I'm gonna try that because I don't think I want just one pattern. I wanna have a mix. So I have a whole arsenal of different sized circle punches, which I use all the time. So let's see, this one was 1.5, so like a 2-inch maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna play around with it, right? I'm gonna punch different sizes, kind of play around with the placement. I might have to go back and punch some more circles depending on where I land with this. Okay, so now I'm starting to glue. I've added liquid adhesive there, and I used the Artis from scrapbook.com. And then I'm gonna adhere it like this because I know I gotta make sure, right, that I cover all the open spots, and then I'm gonna trim the circle. Now, normally I would do this a little differently, but with this particular pattern, it might be easier just to adhere and keep going. So I'm gonna let this set a little bit before I do anything else with it. And then I'm gonna move on to my yellow circle here, like that. Okay. Okay, so that step is done. This is what it looks like, and the back is not so pretty, but that is fine because we're gonna cover it right up with a piece of 6x6 paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these sheets down to 6x6 so that I have the rest of my pages ready to go. Okay, so I've cut my base pages. I've got the same patterns that I used on the front cover are included. They're double-sided, which is perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and now do some stitching, add pockets, add little flip outs, just some interesting details. And then the next step will be working with kind of photo placeholders as well as the embellishments. Okay, we're gonna start off with this page. This will be a simple pocket so that you can put memorabilia, photos in here, journaling. So I'll be back and show you it with the stitching completed. Okay, so this is completed and you can see our pocket here. Now on the back of it, I'm actually gonna plan to do a large 6x6 photo so that I've got a nice giant focal point, and that'll cover up the stitching. Now my next idea is also a pocket, but this one's a little bit different. So I'm gonna use an acetate. Hopefully you can see that here. And I'm gonna stitch that around here. I'm gonna add my little tabby, and I'm gonna stitch these on. So before I stitch it onto here, I'm gonna stitch here and then stitch this onto my blue paper. Okay, so before I stitch the acetate on, just want to show you the back real quick. I did the leaves as well as the title and the little tabby, so you can see in the back what that looks like. And now I'm gonna go ahead and stitch around this way. Okay, so now this is done. You see I've stitched all around the border here. I've added the flower, and I've got a nice pretty pocket here. I will go in and add some sequin and then probably some pops of color in a glittery, probably a glitterly shade that matches. I can't even talk right now, but just wanted you guys to see that. Okay, so now for my next base page, I've got the 6x6, and I think I'm gonna make like multiple flips just like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and score my lines, trim off the excess, and then I think I'm gonna stitch these on to the paper. Maybe not, we'll see. Okay, and before I do that, I am gonna go ahead and do a little border on each page. All right, so just to show you, I like to center these so that you have the same cut on each end, and then you just shift and punch. Okay, just like that. You want to make sure you line up. There you go. So you got that one. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing here. So I went ahead and stitched these together, and now I've got a little flip open book that I'm gonna adhere right to my page. All right, so for my next page, I am going to use these slimline dies. They're borders, it's a 6-piece set, and I think I'm gonna take all the different pattern papers and just layer the strips and stitch them onto the page. And this is gonna be the back of the album. Okay, so I'm starting to lay these out, and for these intricate ones, I'm actually gonna do just a taller piece with a scallop here, and I'm gonna do that one manually. So I'm gonna go ahead and first use my little handy dandy punch here, and then I'll trim off what I don't need. Okay, so there you have it. This one's almost complete. Some very, very delicate, intricate layers here. I did some stitching in between, and I'm actually gonna stitch just a little bit of a, actually, I'm not gonna stitch. I'm gonna avoid stitching, but I'm gonna adhere this together so that the back is nice and clean, and this will be my back cover. So yeah, I'm gonna do a 3 ring bindings to hold the album together. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark my holes and then use my crocodile to punch it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and mark the holes. So I don't want them too close in, but I know I want an inch, and the middle is 3. And then you can go ahead and use your crocodile to punch those. Just center it. And there you have it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that for the rest of my pages here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bind these up, and then we'll go back in and decorate. Okay, for the title page, the cover, I've decided to use these puffy word adventure, and then another one that's gonna spell out summer adventure. So I'm gonna go ahead and adhere that on. And then we'll continue decorating. So I'll probably add some fun summer imagery as well, just to finish it off. I really love how this looks. I love the color. I think it pops off really nicely. So I'm gonna do something like this, I think. Summer. And then from this sheet, I'm gonna use the word summer. Just like that. Summer adventure. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with these little flowers because they have the little bling, which helps them kind of stand out a little bit. which is just perfect. So I'm gonna do something like that. And honestly, I think the cover is all done. It doesn't need anything else. Okay, so for this page, I'm gonna use the frames here, and I'm gonna use my foam strips to pop them up, particularly these 3, so that I can slip the photos right under when I'm ready. Okay, so with this page, I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit so you can see here what's going on. And I'm gonna add the acrylic title here, these paper flowers, and then the vellum fauna. Okay, so here I want to staple the little taggies to the pages. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'm going to add 2 2x2 photos there, and these will be my placeholders. And then I'm gonna add the rest of the photos too, and then I'll start decorating. Okay, so I went ahead and punched circles in 2 1/4 and 2-inch size. And I'm gonna have photos here and here. And then these I think I might decorate. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add pops of color. These are champagne, and I'm gonna do this for the flower centers.